Work on the airplane motor again. As we're doing a little whittling. Making a mess. The bottom of the cylinder, and pops them off the casing. Cutting them down. Cut number 2. I tried to make a change last night. Just about done with this side. I need about 1 pass. Making my normal light cut. 200 pounds. I do your front row order now then. This one I soldered off, so I don't have to worry about it. This one is sticking right up. In the way. Got 1150. Time to go. A little early on that side. Not quite flat. Oh well. Speed that up a little bit. Pull the cutter out a little bit. See how lower it was or higher. Yep, I feel it. Oh well. Hard to get good help. A little faster. Alright. Reverse that. There. Clear off the excess. I try to use my lathe for cutting some of this stuff. Making a mess around here. A lot of chips. All right. Deburring. Kind of important if you don't want to cut yourself later on. Turn that noise off. The boring part that needs to be done. Unless you don't mind bleeding. I try to avoid that. All right. Deburred. Ah! Still sharp though. Just gonna run your hand into it. Okay, this will now sit flat on the table. I'm gonna do that. Oh yeah, this one does not sit flat on the table. Need some machining done on it. So that came off of the motor case over here. Cut 3 of them. It's a 3-cylinder motor. Extra parts from the bandsaw. A lot of bandsaw cutting. So there's the case out. 3 cylinders. That's what we cut off. A lot of pieces. You get a lot of stuff like this when you cut stuff off. So this is part of the main bearing here. Main saddle. So the cylinder decks are over here. So that's what we're trying to save, is those. We don't care about the other stuff. What happened to the other one? Somewhere's a 3rd one floating around. And they do, oh, there it is. Number 3 is right here. So there's a 3rd one. Just the part I just cut off here, the lifter block. Originally I was leaving that on there. And now I'm going to cut that off. Doesn't need to be there. So an hour ago, this one looked like this. I thinned it up. Cut that all off. So now this one here is 2 inches tall. This one here is 1 inch and 6 tall, 1 3/4. And this one's 1 3/8, so I cut it down flat. Originally I was going to cut it down to the stud bosses right here. So you can see these stud bosses are inside the case. So this one here has got stud bosses on it. So it's 1 3/8 thick. So this is your cylinder spigot that goes to your cylinder, which is in the blaster right now, being cleaned. That's why the air compressor was on. Yeah, it's sitting over here. Ding, 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 ding. There's your cylinder. And this right onto that. Nope, not quite. See, it goes on there. And it bolts on. So this is the cylinder deck. So instead of trying to make that case look like this, we have this one right here. Of course now it's got beads all over it. Give it a blow job. So this is your cylinder deck. See, now that'll sit on the flat. It wouldn't sit on there flat before. So I'm not sure where the cylinder sits. I'm pretty sure this triangle right here cut is the edge of the cylinder. That needs to be right at the V when you're at 1 3/8 higher than stock. Now if you put that right there, you see how the cylinder now is way up here. It's supposed to be over here. So it's 22.5 degree angle difference times 1 3/8. If you're going to give it trigonometry, you can figure out how much dimension that is. Eyeballing it, it's roughly about 3/8 of an inch. So that means you slide this thing up until it's right on the center of that center line point. And that's where it would sit if you were sitting right on that edge. We're going to be sitting on this edge, so we'll go a little bit further, not a 1/4 inch more. So it would go on about right there. So if you put it on right there, it'd be about this high. We have a little bit of a problem with the cylinder overhanging the case a little bit. Just a little. But that's not really a bad thing because we have a deck there. Doesn't matter. The cylinder spigot's flush with this. It only goes to right here, see? So it doesn't matter if it overhangs as long as the piston doesn't hit it. And the piston doesn't come out of the cylinder, so it never hit it. So now it just comes down, the connecting rod has to not hit the back of the case here. And as long as the rod doesn't hit that, you can keep all that junk in there, it doesn't matter. So that holds the case together and allows you to run a big cylinder on it. So, same on the front. can overhang. Of course the oil filter's in the way, but oh well. So that'd be about right in that area there, roughly. Shore's attacking me. So this one here, the cylinder's over on this side. So where's our V at? So that'd be about up in this area. So you have to be about that much to be added on. We're already widened the case by quite a bit. This can overhang a little bit, but just a matter how far you want to hang over. I can center that thing up on there like that if I wanted to, and let it overhang way over the edge. Just weld it from below. I want to keep my VIN number over here. We have all this area right here we can be welded to the deck. It could actually overhang, because once again the piston does not go down inside that hole, so it doesn't matter. And that means instead of being way over here, we can pull the cylinder, this case in a little bit maybe, not be quite so much over here. So that's all yet to be determined. So I'm not sure how much height I need. So this one's a 1 3/8. I'm going to cut that other one to 1 5/8 probably, maybe 3/4 if I can get it. And I'll cut this one at 2 inch. And I got 3 different decks I can lay on top of the case and figure it out. I'm going to cut this at the 22.5 degree angle for the 45V. So these block go right together next to each other and you can see where it would actually sit. This is where the push rods are. So we want to make sure the push rods overlap where the lifters are going to be, or at least close. So right now if you slide it all the way over, it lines up with the outer lifter block here. I'm going to use this case over here, and when you do that, this will be over here like this. So that's how much it would overhang on a Sportster case. Now the lifters are different locations, see they're not the same angle. So I cannot keep that in there. Originally I want to try to keep this in here for the push rods to go in here, but the problem is there's a 1/4 inch difference between the width of this and this. This is 2 inch, this is 1 3/4 on the center, and this is also angled up slightly. This one's going vertical straight, so they don't really line up. So what I was planning on doing, I'm not going to do anymore. So now we're just going to cut these off. It'll be round all the way around, and I'll have to make up a cover to go on this like this, which I didn't really want to do, but oh well. Which means it'll probably sit like this now. I have to leave room for a cover. That means you have to move that thing out even way out to there, which I think is further than if I left these on. Hard to tell. Let's see, we're about even with that hole. And about even with that hole there, and that hole was right there, even that hole was there. Yeah, about the same. I'd have to notch a little bit for the cover to go in there. Maybe it could fit in there, but it'd be about like that. So, a little bit of mismatch, but yeah, slide down about to there. A bit different bore there between that and that over there, isn't it? But the push rod angles what we'll care about. It's just a matter which one of these two is going to line up close. Do I line up with that one or this one? I'm hoping I can line up with the exhaust one right there, and the intake would be like that. That'll give me a maximum amount of overlap, least amount of the bore hanging over the edge. So anyway, I got to figure all this out. So for now, I'm going to go cut some more of these off. Now, I think I can put this on my lathe, but one of these studs was hitting. So let me get that set up, and I'll be back.